Join me on a very thrilling crow hunt with the Rossi RS22 Magnum. The scope that I'm using is the Commander NV500 Eagle from OneLeaf. This is the low magnification model, and I have the 2X lens on there because I'm pretty much gonna have to snipe these crows from a distance of 100 yards or more. Crows are very smart, and they're usually hunted with shotguns. I've had this rifle for about 3 years now, but sometimes it jams up, so I have to really keep this clean. This time it jammed up when I needed it most. This is a low magnification version of the Commander NV500 Eagle from OneLeaf. It comes with a 1.5x lens with an adjustable aperture, a 2x lens without an adjustable aperture, and here's the unit itself. And I can tell you right now, it's really well made and I'm very excited to use it. That's what it looks like installed. It's aesthetically very pleasing. Put the IR flashlight just to get used to the weight already. I have the 2X lens already on here. It looks beautiful. This video is brought to you by OneLeaf, Clear Ballistics, Brinyte, and A Metal Buildings LLC. Check the links in the description for more information. The diopter adjustment is very smooth. The objective focus is really nice and smooth. I'd like to point this out. It's a big improvement from the NV400. It's really premium. With the NV400, it was very hard just to get it to nudge a little bit like that. While I'm hunting, especially in the brush, I can see an animal come out in 50 yards, 20 yards, 150 yards. So I need to be able to really adjust this quickly. With the NV400, when I was hunting, I had to put the rifle down, reach over, readjust, and then go ahead and take a shot. By that time, usually it was too late. With the NV500, I can keep my hand down here, reach over with my thumb, and look how easily I'm able to move it. That's awesome. Bigfoot, is that the HL28 Artemis? I have a couple of those.
Huh? What the heck?
Those are the best hunting headlamps. This is the HC01 Noctua.
Huh? Huh?
Really? That's what I use it for. We should go hunting together.
Is that the Brinye T18 Artemis in your hand?
Yup.
Nice. Can I borrow it? I could use it while hog hunting.
Wait, Bigfoot, is that my HL28 Artemis?
Damn it, he caught me.
Ah, Bigfoot! Before I start shooting, I'm going to put the ballistic parameters so that it can determine the trajectory and the accuracy of the distance whenever I shoot. I already measured from the center of my scope to the center of the barrel, and for me it's exactly at 2.5 inches. Now I'm shooting the 40 grain Maxi Mag hollow point. The zero range is actually going to be at 100 yards, so I'm going to... Okay, let's do the one shot zero. Let's see where it's hitting. Let me adjust it into one shot zero. As you can see, the blue is where I aimed and the red is where I hit. All right, let's try a second shot. Just gonna record and show you where I hit, which is right there. You can see the bullet hole right there. Okay, that's where I'm gonna adjust the one shot zero. I put the target roughly at 105 yards. Let's check with the rangefinder and let's zero it here so that we can snipe these crows up to 105 yards away at least. All right, let's try a second shot. Look at that. Beautiful. That is beautiful. Now I'm gonna move it out to 100 yards and I'm gonna zero it exactly where I want it right there. And I can fine tune it perfectly. Show you what it looks like, yeah. First, I hit a bit high and right, and I made the adjustments but overestimated the measurement. I had to readjust and took a few more shots until I finally got back on bullseye. Here's the chronograph data, and there's a really high standard deviation. Sponsoring this portion of the video is Clear Ballistics. Check them out on their website below. I'm gonna put this at 100 yards and I'm gonna see the results on gel first, and then I'm gonna test it on the crows. There's the gel block over there. Now I got the 40 grain hollow point. It's a small target, so I'm gonna have to place a very good shot. And there's a little bit of wind, so here we go. There's the performance with the 40 grain CCI hollow point varmints. It pretty much zipped right through. It did leave a wound channel, as you can see right there, but it made a wound cavity further back than what I expected. It went all the way through, so that's 16 inches. Here's a view of the top. And there's the massive wound cavity right there. Here's the tiny exit right there. So let's test these performance on crows. Let's see if this is what happens. Let's see if it zips right through or if it expands a little more on game. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. I'm just over here. Bad thing is that's where the wind is blowing. But I smoked up, so I saw a crow that got up on top of that tree, very top of the tree. I don't know how far it is. We're gonna check right now with the rangefinder and see if I can make that shot. "118 yards. So that's really perfect. There's 3 of them, so let's take a good shot. I think I got it. I was able to keep a steady shot. Once I saw the video again, I saw that it was a good hit and he went down. Let's do it again. Let's try to call some more. This is hard. If I had a shotgun, I would have taken a bunch of them already. Well, I say that, but there's a bunch of opportunities because they've been flying right over me. I came back to camp and grabbed my ghillie suit for the rest of the hunt. This should give me a better chance of not being spotted. The walk is a couple miles away, an area under dense canopy that I call Bigfoot's Corner. My phone is on Silent. I actually took off the IR light because I'm not going to use it right now. Put it on safety. All right. And now we're ready to go. So this is what the ghillie suit looks like. Alright, this is where I'm going to put the speaker as far as I can out here. Got him. Finally got one. I can't believe I didn't record the shot. Are you kidding me? I finally hit one. You saw the feathers. And when I pressed the record button, I looked and it was recording, and I'm like, why is it recording? And I'm like, don't fucking shit me. Damn. Let me call them again. Hopefully they come and give me another shot. That was like perfect. I can't believe I came all the way out here. I did all this and I didn't get that shot. So I gotta get some more shots now. I'm picking everything up and I'm gonna head back to camp. Unfortunately, I couldn't recover that crow. I hit him and he flew a little bit and I think he went down, but the dense canopy and everything's so thick, I'm not gonna go in and look for him. I don't think I'll find him anyway. Maybe he stayed up in a tree somewhere, lodged up. I wasn't too happy with the results from the hollow points, so I went ahead and got the TNT green. These are 30 grains and they explode pretty much on impact, so that's going to be pretty fun to watch, I hope. And I put the 1x lens on there because I thought that the field of view was actually too narrow and these crows were getting too close to me, so I want to have a wider field of view. I quickly sighted in the 30 grain TNTs out to 100 yards and set the ballistic profile data. I did the same thing for the 45 grain critical defense. Now let's test out the 30 grain TNT with the ballistic gel block. It should be really fun. Okay, 30 grain TNT ballistic gel. Here we go. Oh, that hit gel. I heard it hit gel. Let's go check it out. That's not bad at all from the 30 grain TNT. At the beginning, I thought that I had scraped the top, but nope, everything is perfectly smooth on top. So that's a center mass hit right there. That's what we can expect on the crows. Look at the top right here. It kind of zipped through a little bit, but right away it started expanding a lot sooner than the 40 grain hollow point right there. And look at the big difference right there in the wound channel. and you can see a copper trail right there. And there's the bullet. Let's measure to see how far it went. It is at exactly 13¼ inches, something like that. Check out the side view. It started tumbling right there and then completely turned itself over. Doesn't look like it deformed much or expanded much though. But that's a good wound cavity, a lot better than, well, I wouldn't say a lot better, but it's better than the 40 grain hollow point. Now let's test out the 45 grain critical defense from Hornady on the Clear Ballistic Gel Block. This is the 45 grain critical defense from Hornady. That's more like it. That's what I wanted to see right there. There's the entry, and the wound cavity is excellent. It's phenomenal all the way through, and we can see the bullet right there. I'm going to measure it in a little bit. This is what it looks like on the side, and it's devastating all the way through, leaving fragments. I really like it. That might be my favorite. And it actually expanded and mushroomed right there. Let's look at it from this angle. Okay, that should do some damage. Now let me check the measurement. And it's right towards the end. And it's gonna be right at 15 inches. It looks like it's a little bit less than 15, but the tip is at 15. It's just the camera angle. I'm trying to keep my eyes and ears open. I see the cows over there. Now we have some native species of bird, which is nice to see. I don't see these damn crows anywhere. And they were all over here earlier, as you saw. And we have actual hawks, red-tailed hawks, that are coming to the call. So that's pretty awesome. It's actually really realistic. There's another one. And there's a crow coming, I think. Let me play it again. Hell yeah, that was sweet. Those 30 grainers are badass. Did you see that? That's a lot better than those 40 grain hollow points. Man, that was sweet. Let's see if we can call them again, because I called them with the Rome recorded sounds. Yes, sir, we got another one. Let's see if I can get another one. The TNT green completely took care of this crow. Big difference from the varmint hollow points. I'm excited to see the TNT performance on these crows. Those were some badass results from the Clear Ballistics Gel Blocks. As I wait patiently, it's not long before 3 of them came in and I get ready for the shot. I rushed this last shot since I thought the crow was on its way out. I pulled the trigger a bit and barely hit the crow on its side. Still, I decided the 30 grain TNTs were the way to go. And there is the crow. Yeah, those 45 grain hollow points really did the trick right there. Yeah, that's explosive. Oh yeah, I'm very happy with that. Now I gotta take off because the storm came. As the night fell, I spotted a heat signature with the Feyachi thermal. It's a small lone hog, perfect for eating. I only have the 30 grain TNT rounds at hand and they're not optimal, but he was making his way down the creek and I decided to take the shot before it was too late. I think they can get the job done with the well-played shot. I'm leaving the ranch after tonight, so I switched to the 45 grain critical defense to test them out before the day's over. I see a scout way out there on top of the tree line, perfect to test out the terminal ballistics. I tried to steady the shot and fire. The first shot grazed him and it decided to start cawing in alert, giving me just enough time for a follow-up shot that put it down. That won't hit him. I sit patiently and try more calls, but as time passes, it seems they picked up on my location or they're getting smart in recognizing the call sequence. I think it's time to move to another area. I've been waiting to get to the spot since I'll be well hidden high up in the tree. The crows are always eating corn around here, and I spot one before I start playing the calls. This time the ammo performed a lot better. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna hit him with this Brinyte, because that's what I got. There we go. I was supposed to paint this whole thing brown anyway. Check it out. After reviewing the footage, I shot the crow a little further back than I wanted to, but it was still enough to put him down. Using the other crow down there that I shot before as a decoy worked perfectly. As you can see in the video, they were circling it, they were going up and down, and both of them landed on the tree. So I was able to take out one of them. So I'm gonna wait a little more and then I'm gonna start calling. I thought that was a crow for a second. What a magnificent animal. Barely even it's barely even picking up any heat signature from the owl. Meanwhile, the tree is really hot. As I headed back to camp, I ran across another Pepe Le Pew, but I learned my lesson last time. I hope you enjoyed the hunt and learned something across the way, just like I did. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next hunting episode coming soon. In the meantime, you can watch our previous hunting episodes here. On your way, come on your way. That's definitely the last time I'm shooting a skunk. I thought I was doing good because they carry rabies, but they stink. I shot it in the head and it's just so bad that I'm gonna have to leave. I closed the windows. So that's what the 22 Magnum did right there. Inside. This is definitely the last time that I shoot a skunk. I'm having to take a smoke bath along with all my gear because I completely stink because I was so close. So yeah, lesson learned.